Hello guys, we're about to be joined by Yonny from Oofos. So give it just a moment here and we're going to be going over the benefits of Oofos, one of the recovery sandals that we carry at Jackrabbit. Hi Curex, how you doing? Give me just a moment here. Waiting on Yonny to join us from Oofos. Hi Scott, thanks for tuning in again. And give it just a moment here before we get going. John, I see you joined. Thank you. So the main thing we're going to be talking about are these recovery sandals, recovery clogs. They have arch support built into them. A lot of shock absorption. Waiting on Yonny, our Oofos rep, to join here in just a moment. Now, they also came out with an OOMG, which is more of a shoe type feel. A lot of cushion, a lot of arch support, going to enable a natural motion within your foot strike after recovery. And he has just joined, so we're waiting on him to go live with us here. Hi Yonny, hi Isaac. And there we go. Give it just a moment.
Hey, can you see me, man?
Yeah, how you doing, Yonny?
Hey, man, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
For sure.
Go
ahead. What were you going to say?
Yeah, let me know. I'm going to actually be outside. Can you see me all right?
Yeah, I can see
Sweet,
it.
Man. This is my truck. It's my baby.
Got an Oofo truck. Nice.
Yeah.
And it has all the benefits on there as well, right?
Yeah, man. It's like decked out. It's not made of Oofo, unfortunately. It wouldn't be safe.
That's probably a good thing, though.
It'd be pretty dope if it was. So
yeah, for sure. Maybe the seats.
yeah. No, the seats are clutch. I spent a lot of hours on them, saying hello to everybody, all the way across from Michigan, Indiana, Wisconsin, Illinois, Ohio, and sometimes even a little Minneapolis and Iowa here and there.
Yeah, for sure. So just getting started. For those of you just joining, this is Yonny, our Oofos tech rep. We're going to just kind of go through an interview with some benefits of Oofos, why he's at Oofos, and
exactly.
From there. So first, Yonny, just tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got involved with Oofos and how you're liking it. So.
Yeah, man. No, thanks for asking. Like I said, thanks to you for having me. I really appreciate it. I've been with Oofos since October of 2019. And before that, I worked in running specialty for about almost 7 years at a small mom and pop shop here in Naperville, Illinois. This is where I'm still based out of. So yeah, I've been working retail for that many years, man. So I miss it, but I get to like service accounts now. It's a different change of service, you know. But right. I still get on the floor, and that's actually keeps me humble. And I still really appreciate helping people. And so that's just allows me to kind of double dip now. I get to service you guys as the sales floor leads, and then I can service people still on the floor and kind of share the OO love and our OO soul with our communities all across the whole Great Lakes area, which I'm based out of the whole Great Lakes area. So I'm responsible for any accounts here in this territory, from Chicago to Indianapolis to Cincinnati, Columbus, Grand Rapids, Lansing, Ann Arbor, and sometimes I sneak over to Minneapolis as well. And then, of course, Chicago is such a big territory. So I'm fortunate because I get to double dip in everything, man. So, and I love our relationship with Jackrabbit. I'm very appreciative, and I really appreciate all the support you guys give us. So thank you from behalf of our company. So it's pretty awesome. But yeah, man, how about yourself? How long have you been with Jackrabbit?
Been with Jackrabbit for 2 years, going on 3 right now, and then at the Jackrabbit Broad Ripple location.
Can you hear me?
Give me just a moment here. Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
Now, Yonny?
Yep.
You good?
Yep, you're good.
All right. So been with Jackrabbit for about 2 years, with Jackrabbit Broad Ripple since October of 2018. Really enjoying it. And you mentioned that you run specialty, moved into a brand. It's a little bit newer, unconventional move to go into a recovery brand as opposed to sometimes the shoe brand route. But I love it, and we're going to talk about it coming up here. So this is just what we're mainly talking about here. So the Oofos, this is their thonged original. So just can you talk a little bit about the main benefits of a recovery sandal as opposed to
Yeah,
a
man.
regular flip flop, and go from there?
Totally. So just like a little side story. I ran in college, and I actually coached in college for about 3 years. Prior to this, this U Live that I've started in, and it's been awesome. But even as much as I ran in college and coached in college, I wasn't fond of running as much as the average person. I just loved the structure and the community aspect of it. So I was all about recovery. I loved easy runs. That was my jam. I was really good at easy runs. Um, and so like I would just look for an excuse, not necessarily not to run, but how to go easy. So I was really good at recovering and then going hard when I needed to and being smart about everything. And I wish I had this during college because the company really opened up in 2011 and really we didn't start selling until 2013. So we're like a very baby company. And to give you some perspective, it feels like a familial type of, I mean, it feels like a family, everybody. We're less than 40 people at our company right now. So it's like that's kind of surprising. The first time when I jumped on board was like, oh, I didn't realize how small the company was. And that gives a lot of a family feeling, which is awesome. And kind of piggy off that is like, we're just starting to kind of really touch up on everything. Like marketing's going through the roof. We're doing really well in the whole recovery industry, and we are pioneering that recovery as well. So we're at the front with recovery, and we first started with our original option. So this is our original sport, and across all our products, you're going to find the padded footbed. So it's going to be consistent across the board. And what makes us so special is our Oofo technology. This Oofo technology is designed to take pressure off your knees, back, and arches, and that really is exemplified by our cradling technology right in the arch. You can see right there. It's a pretty prominent arch, and what that's designed is to kind of cradle your foot nicely and put your foot into a natural motion, and then taking pressure off your joints, knees, and back. And it's the beauty about this product, about all our products, is that our Oofo technology is 37% more shock absorbing than a traditional foam. So our whole goal is to help you recover so you can get ready for the following day's activity, or we spend a lot of time on your feet so you can relieve it. And then at the end of the day, you're not like kind of hobbling from here to there. You can wear us all the time. I always talk to us about our product. I said 23/7 shoe. So the only time you don't utilize our product is when you run. So anybody can wear it, from a healthcare worker, the food service industry, or after a marathon, or after a long run, or after getting off a bike ride, or if you're camping, for example. Because remember, we're machine washable, so you can wipe it clean anytime you want, and also so you can machine wash it cold, which is really special. So yeah, man. So this is our original. It's our first ever product, and but yeah.
Yeah, and it's a good substitute for what you're probably used to in a flip flop or a sandal, just because of the arch support, and it's a great shoe for if you're going outside around a lake or on a beach, just because they do float, which is nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then so there's quite a bit of options here. Is sizing all the same, Yonny, or do you have a little bit of suggestions based on? So if I'm an 8.5 per se, would you go down, go up, or is it like, I know they're whole sizes? Could you touch on that for a little bit?
Yeah, most definitely, man. Thanks. That's a phenomenal question. So you have to try it on. We're an experimental product. So what I mean is we're going to feel best in motion. And you have to make sure the overlace is not too tight. It's not, because you have a lot of nerves on top of your feet. So you don't want to irritate any of those nerves on top of your feet. And making sure your heel's not hanging over out the back or out the front. You want it to be cradled in nicely right in there. So that cradling technology around the heel is going to sit on your foot, because your toes and heel are naturally going to sink into our product. It's going to feel like you're walking on sand and grass, and you're going to experience that ooh feeling that we always talk about. And then our original and our ooh la la offer. So this is our Calypso ooh la la. So offer two of the best, two of the secure fits. So what's going to offer that secure fit is going to be the tongue post. So if you're a customer that typically does not like a toe post option, I encourage you to try something with the toe post because it's actually really comfortable because we're 100% Oofo technology, and that's what makes it so unique. And that's that 37% shock absorption you're receiving in comparison to traditional EVA. So making sure that your toes are not hanging over the front or your heel hanging over the front, like over the back like this. Make sure not too tight through the top, and making sure your foot's sitting nicely. So you want to fit our Oofos inside out based on how the arch feels, based on how the cradling technology feels. And if this doesn't feel right, if you're a female specifically, try our women's specific Ooh La La. So this sits on a B, so it's a narrower option for that female customer. Or even if you're a male, because all our products essentially are unisex. And this will offer you more of a narrow fit. And then if you do have a wide foot, you can always try a Sport Flex option, which is one of our really good looking products here. So this is going to accommodate a wider forefoot and a higher instep because you can adjust it based on the width of your foot and how it feels. And then if you have a higher instep, and always, if some product does not feel right, it's not hitting your arch, try a different option like the Sport Flex and even the Ooh-Ah. So this is our Ooh option. So it's not a Velcro option. So you can try this as well. So just kind of trying different products that offers a different fit. Yeah, it's a phenomenal question, man. So summarize
Yeah,
it.
so we're really excited about that. I was going to say we're really excited about that Sport Flex option for the wider foot because sometimes these are just a little bit too narrow for sometimes the wider foot, but the Sport Flex being able to have the adjustable straps really nice. So
yeah, it's huge, man. And it looks like really clean and slick, which I love about this option. So I mean, you see people wearing sandals all the time, like around the house. I mean, if you're looking for an option like around your home, if you're a planner's customer or anything like that, like we can actually not make a medical recommendation based on it, but customers are doing it for us, which is really cool. So it's a clean, slick look for around the house or running errands here and there.
yeah, you like to use the phrase 23/7 that you can be in this all day. It is a little bit more shock absorption, a little bit less energy return. Could you talk about the durability for an Oofo because of what the sole looks like on the bottom for a customer? What's the durability of a typical lifespan of one of these if they're going to be in it quite a bit?
Yeah, no, that's another great question. We always say 6 to 8 months. However, having said that, I would never give it a birthday, just like a regular pair of running shoes. You should never give your pair of running shoes a birthday. Because you don't want to get, I mean, just for example, when you need to replace a pair of running shoes, like that is something you have to be very particular about. And running is it's not a very expensive sport. So you should never give a birthday to your sandals. But typically we can last about 6 to 8 months. I would just look at the bottom. If you're ever in a store and if you need a new pair of Oofos, for example, it's like have yours on, bring it in there, then put a new one while you're visiting the store, and that will tell you that question will answer itself. Like trying on a new pair versus the other one, you'll feel a huge difference. Your feet will like automatically feel an extra bounce in them. So yeah, but roughly 6 to 8 months, and all varies on how often you're using it as well. So if you're living in them, of course you're gonna break it down a lot faster. And we have customers that really have like quite the assortment. Like they have 10 pairs in their arsenal of recovery. I mean, recovery right now is a market that all the companies are jumping into like it's hotcakes. So it's like recovery is the biggest thing. I mean, you want to avoid a visit to the physical therapist or a chiro or PT, God forbid PT. So our whole purpose is to make people feel better, help them recover so they can truly kind of accomplish their goals and then get ready for the following day's activity. It's something that I wish I had in college, honestly, because so much like I T-band problems, knee problems, and Achilles problems I wish I would have had this product. But yeah, man, I'm ecstatic to be a part of our company and kind of share our love with our communities and kind of make them feel better. It's one of the biggest things. Our whole goal is to truly make people feel better.
Yeah, a couple more questions before we have you go. Thanks for your time, Yonny. One of the questions is some of our customer base have pretty sensitive arches. Sometimes they feel like they slip on one, they try it, it feels like too much. What would you say to them in that besides trying some different models? I like that little tip that you provided earlier. Is this going to kind of form to your foot over time, or how's that work?
Yeah, man. So your foot will naturally sink into our product. So there may be that customer that may take them a couple hours to break it in.
Mm-hmm.
So it may not be an immediate experience, but then slowly your foot will contour to the arch, and like I said, it will sink in nicely because the heel and toe will sink in into our Oofo technology. And so just give it a try. You just like anything else, like wear it outside. If you absolutely are not pleased with it, you can always return our products to your location that you purchased that at. We have an amazing return policy online and with our retailers like yourself. So just kind of making sure, and like I said, you can try different products too if it's not hitting you correctly around the arch and that crayling technology. Um, and
Yeah, and then the last question before we go: any celebrities in Oofos, or what do you have for us?
yeah, man, we just our spokesman is Deion Sanders, prime time. So that was huge.
That's
Uh,
exciting. He's always been on the forefront of fashion too. So him to embrace Oofos, that's a good news for you.
Yeah, no, it's been huge for us, man. So he loves the sport flex. He always
Good.
rocks the all white sport flex. So he's a big fan of that. I mean, he's got numerous surgeries, honestly, and this is one product that he authentically ran into it, and like literally, it was a game changer for him because it allowed him to kind of walk pain free at some regards and stuff like that. So that is huge for us as having someone like him support us. And we just recently launched our commercials for probably we've been out for a month and a half, which is huge. Um, but yeah, man, it's great to have support like that from stars like him who really who are on the on the front of athletics like him.
Yeah. So just to recap, 37% more shock absorption than traditional foams in these Oofos. They're a 23/7 option where you're going to be able to pretty much live in them post workout or before the workout to aid in recovery. They are going to relieve stress off your feet, knees, and back. They're going to enable a more natural motion. They're a great, fun feel. Like if you try them on, it's going to sell itself. So come on to
Exactly.
Jackrabbit if you'd like. Yonny, thanks for your time. You
Hey,
love them.
man,
I love them.
thanks so much for having me. I really
Great having.
appreciate it.
Yeah, have a good one.
All right, take care. Cheers.